Welcome to a money method in Gran Turismo 7. Today we are going to be using the engine swapped Ford Sierra Cosworth, one of the latest engine swaps added to Gran Turismo 7 with update 1.56. I'm going to be showing you everything you need to actually get this money method done and for you to receive 825,000 credits with absolute ease and a little bit of your time. So let's get straight into it. Now the engine swap that we are going to be putting into the Ford Sierra actually comes out of the Ford Focus Group B car. So with it being a rally car engine, it means it's going to be extremely light on fuel, which means this is going to be a very viable choice for the WTC 700 around Le Mans, which is going to be our event of choice. So let's get straight into it. Now this engine swap will cost you 325,000 credits from GT Auto, and once you purchase it, well, you need to head on over to the tuning shop and well, you're just gonna purchase a few things. But hey, let's go over the tuning sheet so you know what to get. So for the tuning sheet, the first thing you need to make sure you have is racing hard tires as well as racing intermediates, because with this event that we are going to be using, rainfall is guaranteed about 90% of the time, so you'd rather be safe than sorry and grab your racing intermediate tires. But we are going to be starting off on racing hards. Now with our racing hards, that is going to be for both the front and the rear. Then for our suspension, we have a fully customizable suspension. Now this does not affect your performance points rating, so you can tailor it to whatever settings you prefer. But for me, I ran with 140 for both front and rear for your body height adjustments. Your anti-roll bar in the front is going to be 8 and your anti-roll bar in the rear is going to be set to 6. Now your damping ratio compression is going to be 35 in the front, 30 in the rear. Damping ratio expansion is going to be 45 in the front and 40 in the rear. Your natural frequency is going to be 3.05 in the front and 3.00 in the rear. Now your negative camber angle in the front is going to be 1.5 and your negative camber angle in the rear is going to be 1.8. Now your toe angle in the front is going to be 0.10 and your toe angle in the rear is going to be 0.15. Both of these are going to be faced inward. Now we do have a fully customizable differential as well, which is going to be set at an initial torque of 10, acceleration sensitivity 5 and braking sensitivity 20. Then we see for downforce, we have 102 in the front and 250 in the rear, and I must mention that this vehicle is equipped with a wide body kit. So moving on, we have a fully customizable ECU set at 79 and we have a ballast applied to the vehicle, which is going to be set at 200, a ballast positioning of -25 with a power restrictor set to 100. Now we also have a fully customizable racing transmission set at 300 with no adjustments made to the manual gearing. On the second page, we find a high RPM turbocharger being equipped to the vehicle. Everything else we cannot really touch, except we do have a carbon braking system as well as racing brake pads. If we look on over to the other side of the page, we have a racing clutch and flywheel as well as a carbon propeller shaft. We have up to stage 3 weight reduction with no increased body rigidity. If you have applied everything correctly, you should be left with 699.98 performance points. That is a vehicle that produces 623 brake horsepower and comes in at a weight of 1,149 kgs. So it's still a fairly lightweight vehicle that produces a decent amount of power. But how does this feel around the circuit? So for me, what I like to do is jump into the car, set on over to fuel map level 4 and then take it around the circuit. Now the car's power output is just absolutely phenomenal, but something you do need to watch out for is slow corners, because with all of the power going to the rear wheels and it being quite a bunch of power, even on fuel map level 4 your rear wheels will light up, so that is something you do need to watch out for. So when you start off the event, you do need to just try and avoid the traffic. but don't be stressed if you do collide with them. It will not affect your clean race bonus. The only way you will void your clean race bonus is if you overtake under a yellow flag, which is very seldom but not impossible to happen. Now we see the Ford Sierra Cosworth when it comes down the main straightaway at Le Mans. We are traveling at 311 kilometers per hour before we need to slam on the brakes to make around the first chicane. Now the thing is, this car could travel at a higher top speed if we extended the gears, but for me, I feel like this is the perfect length for the straightaway, so it just works out great. Now this car under braking, it's phenomenal. I have so much trust in this vehicle and brake extremely late going into corners. Now being on fuel map level 4, the car is extremely light on fuel, and that is also the reason, the fact that I only dove into pits at the end of the 4th lap, because that's how extremely light on fuel this car actually is. Now the fastest lap time I was actually able to set with the vehicle on fuel map level 4 was a 4 minutes and 6 second lap time, with an initial lap of a 4 minutes and 4 second lap. However, I feel like this lap time could have been a lot faster because I messed up coming out of the final chicane and it kind of killed my time, but I believe I could have set another 4 minute 4 second lap time. But this vehicle is absolutely phenomenal. Now I did one pit strategy, as I said, went into a pit at the end of the 4th lap, and when we came out we did see that we didn't really have rain forecasted, but as I was traveling on the 5th lap, rain hit, and with me being on racing hard tires, well, there was no grip and I ended up in barrier, so I did have to go back into a pit. If the rain held out, I would not have needed to pit once more because there was more than enough life on the racing hard tires to keep me going. When it comes to refueling, however, I love to set it over to 100% fuel, and then when I come out I can play with the fueling and set on over to a very powerful map, for example fuel map level 1 or fuel map level 2. In this instance, because I only had one lap remaining, I set on over to fuel map level 1 to try and experience as much power as possible. However, with the track still being wet, it kind of dampened the whole mood of everything, but still, regardless, I managed to complete this event with more than enough time, as I still sat in the finish line and just waited for time to run out. That's how big of a gap I had over myself and second place, because I saw that second place was over 3 minutes behind me. So yeah, the car is more than capable of getting you a simple, easy, clean win around this event. But one thing I must say, always watch your weather radar. If you see it's gonna rain, dive into a pit, slap on race intermediates, and no guaranteed you aren't gonna be slipping and sliding all over circuits. So with that being said, the event completed. That was my 30 minutes completed, clean race bonus done, and 825,000 credits added to my bank account. So let me know if you do try this money method out, and with this being said, I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.